We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आज हम देखने वाले हैं अगेन सिंपल स्ट्रेस एनालिसिस विद पोटेंशियल एनर्जी मेथड एंड actually in this sum little bit twisting is there. Let's start with the first example data. So before, as per earlier presentation, just we have to know that all students must have the pen, notepad and calculator to solve the example. And just we recall the previous some important terms for the example. So first we have to learn that relation between the displacement, strain and stress. So this is just recall. So displacement U is equal to N into Q, strain is equal to B into Q, and stress sigma is equal to E into B into Q, where E is equal to modulus of elasticity, B is equal to 1 upon LE minus 1 1, and Q is equal to displacement Q and Q2. That it will be change. Sometime it will be displacement, sometime it will be in the under the, we can say, pressure, sometime we can consider as a volt, sometime we magnetic effect will be there. It is depend on the types of analysis. So here the two methods are there, potential energy method and Gallatin approach. Both approach has a one final conclusion, KQ is equal to F, where K is equal to stiffness matrix. So then another things that we have to learn, particularly individually stiffness, we can find out K is equal to AE upon L 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. Here is the global degree of freedom we have to consider for to find out the regarding global stiffness matrix. So end to end element approach we have to consider. So element approach is also important for our example purpose. So this is the reaction force. Whenever we are applying the element, we can say the elementary approach at that particularly element, or for the starting node to ending node, we have to find out the reaction force. And when the simple condition of the reaction force is there, when the fixed support is there, we can say one side of the cantilever, or we can say two simply supported beam. So both side, at the both side we can find out the reaction forces and stress in each elements. So stress is equal to EB into Q1 Q2. So this is the important terms are there. So here one example is there. So little bit twist in this example. So previously we learned simple example, so little bit tough is there. So let's start with the example data. Stepped shaft is shown in the figure. Determine the stress and deflection in each of the section. So we have to find out the stress and the deflection. Assume uniform material for the complete shaft have a modulus of elasticity 200 gigapascal and the axial force F as 335 kilonewton. So as you learned before example, the external axial force will be at to end, but here the axial force will be the in between, and both side it will be a fixed beam. Okay, so when the both side fixed beam is there, so we know that the displacement at q1 and displacement at q2 both are, we can consider as a 0. So other data are not given in the particularly your example data. So other data are here. L1 is equal to 400, L2 is equal to 400, L3 is equal to 400. All full, we can say, separate bar material is same. It is a modulus of elasticity is 200 gigapascal. We can convert it into particularly Newton, and particularly diameter is there, so we can find out the area. So as we know that, so this first we have to convert that in the particularly element 1 2 and the 3. So this is the element 1 2 and 3. So if we are simplify it, then this is the fixed side is there, both side. Then this is the simple first displacement model, or we can say first step discretized model of the particularly FEA. So you can observe here So we are providing q1 f1, q2 f2, q3 f3 and q4 f4. Here q4 and q1 is 0 due to the fixed support, and f is particularly, we can say that f is 35 kilonewton and the node number 3. Okay, so this is the node number 1, 2, 3 and 4. 3 elements, 1, 2 and 3 elements are there. So again we have to discuss the given data. A1 400 mm square, A2 300 mm square, A3 200 mm square, E1, E2, E3 both, all three are the same due to the same material. Length is given, it is also same 400 mm, and force at node number 3. So we can write down here F3 is equal to 35 to 10 raised to 3 Newton. As well as if we discuss the element, we can say the element 1 is equal to starting from 1 to 2 node, element 2 to 3 node, element 3 to 5 node. So this is the most important things that we have to start before starting the example. This is the one understanding part is there. So let's start with the solving the example. So first we have to find out the individually stiffness matrix for k1, k2, k3. So let's start with the k1. So we are putting the value AE upon L. So let's start, if everyone start to calculate it, putting the value of AE, E1 and L1 as we learn in previous slide. So it will be a 2 into 10 raised to 5. So we are inputting the 2 into the particular bracket and we are outside the 10 raised to 5, 2 minus 2 minus 2 2. So this is the first stiffness matrix of particularly first element. Now we learn together for the and find out the second element and third element with the same data. So can you find out please? I will give you the 1 minute to calculate it. So as per data, E upon L1 is equal to 300, 200 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 400. So final conclusion is 1 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm. We are putting this value in the K2. Let's see. So what is the final answer? 10 raised to 5, 1.5 minus 1.5 minus 1.5, 1.5. So this is the final conclusion regarding it. Let's go ahead. Similarly, we are find out for the element number 3. So if we are putting the value, then this is your final answer, and we are inserting the value of 1, 10 raised to 5, 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. Okay, so in this example one mistake is there. As per book printing, here we can write down 1.5 because inside is 1.5, so here also is 1.5, and as per calculation also this is a 1.5. So let's start with reference to previous value k1, k2 and k3, we have to find out the global stiffness matrix. We know the formulation from global stiffness matrix. We are putting the column and rows 1 2 3 4 element, column 1 2 3 4 element. We have to find out 1 1. So 1 1 component is 2, no other 1 1 component is there. 2 1 component is, this is 2 1 component. Then 3 1 component is 3 1 is not there, so we can write down 0. 4 1 is not there, so that's why we can write down the 0. Let's see, this is the formulation. Actually we have to find out the combination, the 2 2. So 2 2 is here, 2 2, and another 2 2 is here, 2 2. So this is 2 plus 1.5. So we can putting inserting value, summation is there 2.1.5. and similarly for the 3 3 is here, 3 3 as well as 3 3. So 1.5 plus 1. So we can putting the value of both of combine it. So up to end, if we are concluded, then final conclusion is this is your final K for this is called a global stiffness matrix. Now as per potential energy method rules and regulation, we can have to find out KQ is equal to F. Due to that, we can find out the displacement at particularly unknown displacement, means Q2 and Q3. We know that Q1 and Q4 is equal to 0. So that's why we cannot find out the up to end, but we can utilize that thing for the reaction purpose. Let's start. First of all, we are putting the value of K, Q and F. In this value, we include that Q1 and Q4 is equal to 0, F1, F2, F4 is equal to 0. Why? Because here F1, F2 and F4 there is no value is given in our data, that's why we are taking it as a 0, but F3 value is there, that's why I am firstly say that if it is on the node number 3, then write down F3 is equal to 35 kilonewton, so we can convert it into the Newton. So let's see here, we are formulate it and we are applying the elementary approach. So here 3 zeros are here, as well as 3 zeros in vertical manner, as well as 3 zeros in this row. So that's why we are applying the elementary approach. When we are applying the elementary approach, at that time this highlighted part will be deducted from the original matrix. So let's see, this is the conclusive matrix: 10 raised to 5, 3.5, minus 1.5, minus 1.5, 2.5. Q2 and Q3 is equal to 0 into 35 into 10 raised to 3. This is the value of F3. Okay, clear? So now we are simplify it. When we are simplified, we got the first formula, Q3 is equal to 2.334 Q2. Let's see, we are applying in it in the second formulation and we will got the answer. Q2 is equal to 0.08077 mm, as well as Q3 is equal to 0.1885 mm. So this is the displacement at particularly node Q2 and node Q3. Similarly, this formulation we are utilizing for the reaction purpose. So we know that the reaction R is equal to KQ minus F. In previous example, we just find out one reaction due to the cantilever beam, but here the both side fix is there. That's why we have to find out two reaction, R1 and R4. So we are putting the intermediate value, whatever we are cancel it in the elementary approach, just we are putting it, simplify it, then at that time answer will be R1 is equal to minus 1614 Newton and R2 is equal to minus 18850 Newton. If we are done summation of both of them, it is about minus 35 kilonewton. Okay, so this is the one comparison between that or both of side. Let's start. Stress at element number 1, 2 and the 3. So stress 1 is equal to E1 B1 Q1 Q2, and if we are putting the value of it, so final formulation, and this is the answer, sigma 1 is equal to 14 into 3.85 Newton per mm square. So we have to find out stress S1, stress S2 and stress at particularly 3. Okay, so we have to find out this thing for element number 1, element number 2 and element number 2. Similarly, we are find out for the element number 2. Let's see, putting the value 200 into 10 raised to 3, 1 by 400 minus 1. We are putting changing in this value Q2 and Q4. Okay, so let's go ahead. Similarly, we have to find out the particularly straight. So here, if the material is changed, then E value will be the change if the material in any twisting is there, then. So this is the particularly minus sign is there at the downside in the stress number element number 3 stress. So it is indicate it is a compressive stress, and it is a compressive due to this is a compressive due to the F force. So have you got it? So this is the same example, but we are in the elementary approach we are eliminating 2 rows and 2 columns, so it will be a little bit easier than the previous, but we have to identify the formulations. So kindly write down the one homework, try it at your home. If you have any query, if you have any doubt, you can ask me on my WhatsApp number, you can mail me, or if you have any query you can video call me. Okay, so write down the data. Consider the bar showing in the figure an axial load F is equal to 20,000 Newton is applied as shown in the figure. So using the finite element method, find the following. So what we have to find out? We have to find out, determine the nodal displacement, determine the stress in the each section, and determine the reaction force. So we have to find out all these three methods. So here they are not write down anything in the diagram, they are giving separately. E1 is equal to 2400 mm square, E2 is equal to 600 mm square. E1 and E2 both are different. Have you observed here? E1 is 710 raised to 9 Newton per mm square, E2 is equal to 210 raised to 9 Newton per mm square. So here also same condition, both side is fixed, so we can consider Q1 and Q3 both are the 0. We just have to find out the Q2. Okay, so this is the very easiest example you can solve it at your home, and if you have query you can contact me. Thank you for today's session.